The woman wiped the dust off the camera. Everyone excitedly thought that they could finally survive in the outside world. However, she took a few steps and then fell to the ground. People's hope was shattered once again. But only the sheriff knew the truth was not like this. Because before his wife left, she had told him if she could survive outside, she would go back to clean the lens. So there must be another reason for her death. To find out the truth, the sheriff decided to go out as well. So he put on a protective suit and walked out of the base gate. As he stepped onto the steps, he began to feel nervous. But when he opened the door, he was deeply shocked by the scene in front of him. It was really like what his wife had said, full of birdsong and flowers. He was eager to let the people underground know the truth, so he turned around and ran towards the camera, wiping the dust off with wool. However, the picture displayed on the large screen underground was completely opposite. What people saw was the sheriff also walking towards the ruins. As he walked towards his wife's body, he felt dizzy. He suspected that the real toxin might be hidden in his own suit, so he took off his helmet. But his physical condition was already very bad, and soon he fell beside his wife. Hope of survival outside was dashed once again, but one woman realized that the sheriff must have discovered something when he took off his helmet before dying. So she found the hard drive the sheriff had hidden before going out. On the hard drive were the scenes the sheriff's wife had seen before her death. They could hardly believe that everything was a lie. The outside world was actually full of blue skies and white clouds. Juliet decided to reveal this secret, to let everyone know the truth. Danny told her that there was a signal booster on the 126th floor of the silo, and he could connect all computers through that device. But the mayor's men had already located them through positioning. A group of police quickly raided the hideout. Fortunately, they had already moved to another location in advance. They climbed through the pipes to the 126th floor and found the signal box. Danny connected the hard drive to the device, then found that file and sent it to all computers. When people saw that picture, they were all stunned instantly. The mayor could only shout wildly for them to close their eyes, then hurriedly entered commands to shut down the system. He warned everyone that they must forget the picture they had seen, and then he sent people to arrest Juliet. Juliet was therefore to be exiled from the base. After she walked out of the base, she found that the outside world was really full of blue skies and white clouds. Then she also walked to the camera like those people. However, she threw the wool on the ground. But the mayor was not worried, because she would die before she reached that tree. People saw Juliet slowly crawl to the side of the two bodies. Juliet seemed to have also discovered the truth of the matter. The mayor, seeing that she was not dead, left the crowd in a panic. Then he came to a secret room and inserted a key. At this time, the scene in front of Juliet also began to change. The outside world slowly turned into a ruin. Under the ruins were countless silo bases identical to theirs. She climbed up a high place and was shocked to find that the ground below was densely covered with human bones, and there was also a base like there's not far away. Juliet crawled in carefully. Below, there were still countless bones, but if she wanted to survive, she could only continue to explore. Then she used a crowbar to open the long-sealed steel door. However, the fall just now had ruined her protective suit. Although she could not be sure if the air was toxic now, she had to take off the protective suit immediately.